Good evening, I'm Diane Anderson. We want to quickly update you on today's elections. We're starting to get some numbers in, but we promise you will not miss a second of NCIS, so stay with us. We are just covering national cut-ins right now. Let's take a look first at the governor's race, of course, between Dianne Dennis, the lieutenant governor, and Susana Martinez, the DA from down in Las Cruces. And with the early precincts in, now we just have 1% of the vote. We're starting to see some of the early numbers come in from a few of the counties around the state. Susana Martinez is leading by 85% to 15% with these early numbers coming in. Now let's go to the congressional races. In the District 1 U.S. House, John Barela and Martin Heinrich. At this point, we're not showing any numbers in that race, but we are hearing a little bit, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, no numbers reported in at this point for District 2. Let's try District 3. All right, this is interesting, really interesting. This is what we thought was going to be, if not the closest race, at least the one that might have been maybe not even decided ahead of time. Ben Ray Lujan is the incumbent, but a freshman incumbent. He took over for Tom Udall when he left to run for Senate. Tom Mullins, petroleum engineer and businessman from up in Farmington, with these early numbers is leading by a huge margin. Let's put some of this in perspective now and talk to Gabriel Sanchez. He's a UNM political science. It's his scientist. You're an analyst. This is your job to cover these kind of races. What are you seeing with these early numbers coming in?
Well, I mean, obviously these are very preliminary, so there's not a lot of conclusions that can be drawn at this point, but there's some things that we can draw in terms of speculation. Looking at CD3, for example, we're hearing a lot about exit poll numbers really breaking in Mullins' favor. Now, exit polls are becoming less and less reliable given that a lot of people vote early, but that is a sign that that'll probably be pretty neck and neck, a lot closer than a lot of us thought in that race. You know, the big buzz we're hearing back here is we're getting a lot of text messages of early numbers coming out of Bernalillo County on the Albuquerque congressional race. And, you know, the word is that Heinrich's, after early and absentee voting, is only up about 800 votes.
And we knew that was going to be a really close race.
That's going to be a close race, but if he doesn't have a greater lead than that going into the rest of it, it could be a long night for Martin Heinrich.
Thank you, Gabe Sanchez. Of course, these are, again, really early numbers. We'll be following this throughout the night, so stay with us on KRQE News 13 and Casa Fox 2.